Hello and welcome back to another video on my second channel, More Galaxy. This is a channel where I'm kind of just chill, do some leagues, kind of unedited, just vibes pretty much, just with a deck. Today, as you can see on screen, we are going to be playing Red-Green Ponza. So this is, when I first started getting into Modern, I played a lot of Ponza. Ponza was my first actual meta deck that I owned. It's gone away from actual land destruction and has just turned into a red green mid range deck that takes full utility of Blood Moon. So basically it's a red green mid range deck that runs main deck Blood Moon and threats. So basically your goal is to get a Blood Moon out as soon as possible and then back it up with a game ending threat like Seasoned Pyromancer. Chandra Thrun is kind of an oldie but a goodie. Great one against control. I took this list from Garuk _ 911 on Moto with who did it. I forget, with a challenge at some point. I forget exactly. I think it did top 8 or top 16. But we have the new Moonveil region, which is an interesting one. Whenever you cast a spell, you may discard your hand. If you do, draw a card for each of that spell's colors. And when it dies, it deals X damage to any target, where X is the number of colors among permanents you control, and it is a 4/4 flyer. So normally it'll be when you cast a spell, you can discard your hand. If you do, draw a card. This definitely helps when we get low on cards in our hand, and we can basically just draw a card for every spell we cast. If we have a Ren and 6, it becomes draw 2 cards for each spell we cast. And then when it dies, we just ping something. But it's also just a 4/4 flyer, which is a pretty decent body in the air. Bone Crusher Giant's a decent 2-for-1. Seasoned Pyromancer is just a phenomenal card. Endurance in the main deck because it is just a 3/4 reach with flash if there's nothing else. Fury because it kills all the small creatures, and we have a ton of red cards. Shadow Soul Splashing as a land. Ren and 6 because Ren and 6 is awesome. And our main ramp package here is Arbor Elf Utopia Sprawl. Arbor Elf, if we untap a forest with the Utopia Spell on it, this is worth 2 mana, so we can potentially get up to 4 mana on turn 2 by doing turn 1 Arbor Elf, turn 2 Utopia Spell, enchant a forest, tap it, untap it, tap it for 4 mana. Lightning Bolt because Lightning Bolt is Lightning Bolt. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 forests because we are a Blood Moon deck. And what is this? 1, 4, 5, 6, 10 fetches that can fetch forests. So that's where we're at. The mountain is for path, whatever purposes. Sideboard, we have a Relic for Delver and Graveyard decks, Pithing Needle for activated ability decks, Veilless Summer for control, Endurance for mill and graveyard decks, another Thrun for control as well, Ancient Grudge for a Hammer Time, and Force of Vigor as well. I actually cut the original deck had the 4th Force of Vigor, but I couldn't actually fit that into my mana trader because they're so fucking expensive on Moto. I cut the 4th Force for a 3rd Relic of Progenitus, so that's where I'm at with the sideboard. And yeah, so let's hop into a Modern League with the new iteration of Red-Green Midrange Ponza. So since the last video, I actually did figure out how to pause the recording, so there's going to be a lot less downtime in between matches, so that'll be better, and then I'll see you guys back in round 1. Alright, we're here for round 1, and we lost the die roll. Unfortunate. So this hand doesn't have any ramp, but it does have an early Fury and a Ren and 6. I'm going to go ahead and keep this. Particularly good if they have... I mean, I guess not good against Ragavan. Island, Aether Vial, so Merfolk? I guess I could draw a ramp piece, that'd be great here. Bone Crusher, that's fine too. I'll play Wood of Foothills and pass. This was kind of a loose keep, because it doesn't have a turn 1 ramp, and if they kill Ren and 6 or ending or something, then it's kind of sus, but I don't know. I think this was... It'll turn out fine. Yeah, this is Merfolk. Second Vial. Right, I'll find a tapped Stomping Ground here. And then I will just run out a Forest. Ooh, Bolt's pretty good. So I'll just run out a Forest and a Ren and 6, and I uptick for the Foothills. Are they considering forcing this? I mean, I guess that would make a little bit of sense because they don't have any board pressure in order to deal with it, but they didn't end up doing it. So I passed the turn. They may have Tide Shaper or something off a Vial. Is it? Is it the Tide Shaper? What a troll. He taps it and then opts to not put in a creature. So that's funny. Take a vial up to 2. Take it up to 1. Sphaloon. Okay. Okay. Wooded Foothills. Okay, so I'm gonna out of forest. So I have a couple of options here. I can downtick and then bolt it. That doesn't play around a lord though. Or I can bolt it and then Bone Crusher, which does play around them having a lord. Or I can pitch a Fury to Fury. I think I'll just bolt it and then Bone Crush it. Yeah, so I need to fetch a second Stomping Ground with that. And so first I will stomp it. And then I will bolt it. I could have done this at instant speed, but I think it'd be better now, just in case they could get 2 lords on the next turn. Yeah, because if they could, so they could violin a lord on end step. I guess I could have done it in response to the violin with the lord, but I think it was fine there. I don't think it really mattered. So they did have a Tide Shaper, and they didn't have a lord to violin. I guess they did only have 3 cards in hand, but I would think that they'd keep a hand with the lord. So they put vials up to 3 and 2. This could be a Mirror Regery / Lord. So they ping Ren and 6 down to 4. And then pass. Okay, Pyromancer's a good draw. So I know I'm Foothills cracking for Forest here. I don't know what to do after that, though. Sorry, Foothills crack for Forest, uptick, get back Foothills. I don't know what I'm doing after this, though. I could play Thrun. I could pitch something to Fury. I could Pyromancer, pitching a couple lands. I think I may just want to use my... this Thrun can get subtlety'd, though, which is kind of annoying. I think I'll choose my mana effectively and cast Thrun here. If they yeah, I think they're going to subtlety it. Okay, I thought so. Yep. I think I'll just chuck this on the bottom, right? This is enough trample. Yeah, I'll just chuck this on the bottom. I'm not too interested in Thrun. So, unless they vial in a creature. Okay, cool. So Ren and 6 lives for 1 more turn. Next turn, I can just hard cast a Fury. And then if that gets messed with, I'll just pitch probably Seasoned to the second Fury. Unless I draw another red source. Yeah, Ren and 6 will go down to 1 unless they have a Lord before damage. They do not. So Ren and 6 goes to 1. And then Chalice on... Sure. I do not care at all about Chalice. Main deck is interesting. So we try a Bone Crusher. So I'll just Wooded Foothills for a Forest. And then a hard cast Fury. So I'd much rather... I'm glad I drew the red card, because I'd much rather exile the Bone Crusher to Fury over the... Oh, they just scoop it up. Okay. So against Merfolk, I don't think we want anything in particular. I think our main deck's built pretty well against it. Veilsmith doesn't really matter. They showed us Chalice, which I don't care about. I think I'm fine with just running it back here. All of our main deck threats are pretty good. Yeah, I'll just run it back. Thrun. Do I want anything over Thrun? Probably not. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just run it back here. This is a turn 2 Blood Moon. Maybe I could have taken out Blood Moon just for a card in the sideboard. I'm wondering how much I care about 2/2 Blood Moon. I'd imagine not too much. Yeah, this hand doesn't do enough. I'm just gonna mull it and try to find a better hand. This hand's much better. I'll just chuck one of the fetches. Oh no, I'll chuck the Stomping Ground. Yeah, this hand's much better than the other one. It actually does stuff. Maybe I could have brought in what's it called? I keep forget the card. The Ancient Grudge. I probably could have brought in Ancient Grudge in exchange for the Blood Moons to deal with primarily Vial, I guess, and Chalice, I guess, if it ever comes up, but I don't know. We'll do that for game 3 if it comes to it. We beat him pretty easily in game 1, so they're passing turn. So we'll crack for a tapped Stomping Ground. And then I'll just run out of Ren. Ooh, Moonveil Legion. We'll get to try that out. So I'll just run out of Ren and 6 here. Hope they don't have a counterspell. They don't. So I'll get back the Catacombs and then pass. Ren and 6 is pretty safe here. Unless they Violin, Tide Shaper, cast Trickster, and play a Lord. So there's the Trickster. Do they have a Tide Shaper too? Oh my, okay. So if they play a Lord, then Ren and 6 are just dead. That's just unfortunate. So they just had everything. Okay, so Ren and 6 could still die if they Violin the Lord. Ren and 6 isn't guaranteed to live here, but he does. Nice. Pass. Pass with 2 mana and a Vial on 2 up. Not sus at all. So I have a couple of options here. Step 1, play a Foothills. So I can... I want Chandra for next turn, because Chandra's good here. I think I'm fine not doing much. So I can just crack this for a tapped Stomping Ground. I could have down ticked on the touch. I don't think that's the best. No, fuck, I can't talk. I've been talking all day. I'll exile a card to Fury here. Probably just Moonveil. Yeah. So I'll exile Moonveil to Fury, wiping their board. I'll just do 3/1. And then I'll stomp a Lord if they Vial it in. Okay, cool. So now if they Vial in a Lord, I can... or if they Vial in a creature, I can stomp it and protect my Ren and 6. Silvergill Adept, sure. So now I'm just going to hope they attack my Ren and 6 lightly and only attack it to kill it and don't play around Stomp. Nice. Alright, so we'll Stomp this. Hopefully it lives. Or hopefully Ren and 6 lives. Nice. So Ren and 6 lives. They pass. Okay, Utopia Sprawl. So I'll just play a Vista, crack it for a Forest. Probably should have played the Wooded Foothills one they knew about, but I don't think it matters too much. Get back the Vista. I think I'm fine just sprawling a Forest for red and then casting Bone Crusher here. I highly doubt they have a counterspell, but I don't really want to run Chandra, a high priority target, into open blue mana. Activate Vial for Svelun. Svelun. There's no way they take it up to 4, right? They do? So they're just telegraphing subtlety, I guess? Interesting. If they swing with Svelun, I'll block with Bone Crusher here. Like, I don't... Okay, they don't swing. Yeah, I wasn't gonna play around Master of Waves plus Trickster anyway, so Arboreal, okay. So we'll start with a Chandra. They subtlety the Chandra, exiling Sphaloon. Okay. I'll probably just put that on top. What are they doing? They do have Master. That's whack. Okay. In that case, I'll probably just bottom the Chandra. And so Master is pretty good against us. So Red and 6 is just super dead here. So I'll just get a tap Stomping Ground and grab it back one last time. Yeah, I was not expecting Master of Waves in 2021. See, go. So this is one of the places where Moonveil Regent's good, right? I mean, obviously, do I have a second one on my deck? I don't think I do. Yeah, I do. Okay. So Moonveil's probably our best draw. Glasspool Mimic has another Master? Holy fuck. Am I just dead? I may just be dead. Just swing at me with all the elementals and Sphaloon. Holy shit, they really want Red and 6 dead. I'll just take 3 and let Red and 6 eat it. They've done enough. End step. Big draw, big draw. Hup. Let's just go to game 3 here. It's winnable, but I'm just gonna head to game 3. So game 3, take out Blood Moons for 2 Ancient Grudges for the Vials. I guess Endurance and Thrun. Yeah, because Veilosnow doesn't stop Subtlety. I didn't see any counter spells, so I doubt they have them. Yeah, I'm good with this. I'll take out Blood Moons for the Thruns. And it looks like they're mono blue too. They're not blue green, so Blood Moon does like nothing to them. I don't have a Ram spell, but I can go Stomp into Pyromancer, so I'll keep this. And I have a Bolt, so they go to 6. Alright. Play a land and say go. We'll just grab a tap Stomping Ground. Probably both times. Minamo. Of course, Blood Moon would probably be good in this matchup, wouldn't it? They're passing, so no one drop. Okay. I'll find a tap Stomping Ground. Sprawl? That's a... I kind of don't want to run out... Okay. So I have the option of running out Sprawl here. Oh, I should have played the Forest. No. I'm not going to, because if they have a Tide Shaper kick it, they can make the land that the Sprawl is on not a mountain, and the Sprawl would fall off, and I'd rather just ensure I can get Pyromancer down next turn. Mutavault. Yeah, there's the Tide Shaper. Okay. Sure. So here I'll just Stomping Ground and stomp the Tide Shaper. I guess after the trick resolves, it doesn't really matter. Stomp this. And we get to untap and play Pyromancer. Probably just discard. Actually, no. So here I get a free Utopia Sprawl play. Utopia Spell there. Onto red. And then run the Pyromancer. I think I'll just discard Bolts. I'm discarding the Catacombs. I don't know the second discard. I'll probably just discard the Throne. Hope to draw another threat. There's multiple other threats. Okay. I also have the Bone Crusher in exile, so that's good too. That's a threat that I can play. So now I have 4 mana to Pearl Trident, sure. So here I'll just play Chandra and Uptick. It's a land. I could also... they subtlety it again? Damn it. They pitched Glass Pool. I'll just put Chandra on top. I will bolt the Shatter Skull. Or bolt myself a Shatter Skull and then just bolt the Master now and get in for 3. Psycho. So this is one of the places where Moonveil would be great, right? There's the Master. For just 1/2/1, so that's a good Master for us. Get Chandra out here. So I can uptick for a card, but... so I'll just uptick for mana to cast the Bone Crusher. And then I'll say go. I don't know if I actually have anything in my deck that kills Master of Waves. So that is a bit problematic. Let me see. Fury doesn't do it. Throne doesn't do it. Yeah, I literally just have no ways of actually killing the Master, so I'll just have to fly over it, I guess. Yeah, they hit the Chandra. Waterlogged Grove. And pass. Draw a Throne, that's pretty good. So I'll start by upticking. That's Fury. Yeah, I'm down to just cast that. Alright, we get a Fury. It'll kill an Elemental. Or, it'll kill the Elemental. And then I'll just swing. If they have a Trickster, that's fine. Sure. What are you tapping down? The Bone Crusher? Alright. They have the Mutavault too, which is a thing to note. Yeah, I'll just pass here. Chandra's gonna get slowly picked off by the Master. Going to combat. Swing at a Chandra. So Fury's just good as a 3/3 double strike. Like, that's just a really good body. A Boro. Their last card is 5 mana Silvergill Adept. Alright. Draw Endurance. So that'll be a good Ambush Viper for the Master. So I'll uptake the Chandra. If I don't land, so they just take 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can't Throne plus Endurance. I'll swing with Bone Crusher and Fury and see what they do. No blocks. So they go to 5? Alright. I'll say go. I'll Ambush Viper the Master here. I'll play a Waterlogged Grove. Probably just crack it, right? Yep. Going to combat. Swing Master at Chandra. I'll just flash in Endurance. Got a subtlety. They don't. Let's scoop it up. All right, let's go to game 2. Or match 2. All right, we'll lose the die roll on match 2. Yeah, my boom arm creaks a lot. It's kind of annoying, but I don't really want to buy a new one, so. They're a Lurus deck. I'll keep this and hope that Pyro gets us there and the Bolt is enough to disrupt them. Let's see what kind of Lurus deck they are. If this is like Burn, this is a shitty hand. But if they're like a Ragavan or Darcy deck, then this hand's fine. They go to 6. Bloodstained Mire pass. Endurance, okay. Play Catacombs and say go. Okay. So they didn't Thoughtseize or Inquisition. Okay, so it's Shadow? Okay, it's Shadow. Now look at their own top. Yeah, I don't know what the point of that was. I'll just crack this for a tap stomping round now. Draw off Bubble. We draw. That's a pretty good one. So we'll just play a Heath and pass. Hope they get greedy on lands and we land a Blood Moon next turn. Because Blood Moon is one of the best cards in our deck against them. Yeah, main deck Blood Moon is pretty good in this metagame. So they get a Watery Grave, nice. They get a Blood Crypt. And they play out Iteration. Yeah, so just don't Thoughtseize me and we good. Yeah, because what's nice also is their only main deck counterspell is Drown in the Lock. And that can be effectively countered by pitching a green card to Endurance to put our whole graveyard on the bottom. Play a Watery Grave Shocked, and nice. It's a 1/1 Shadow. So we get to bolt this here and then untap, play a Forest, and play Blood Moon. Cool. Hey, opponent. Blood Moon ya. So there you go. So they're probably just going to get Lurus into their hand and pass. Yeah. If our opponent, like, I don't know. They just scoop it up. Okay, cool. So bring in Veil of Summer. So here we just want to go for the turn 1 or the turn 2 Blood Moon. So mulligan like decently aggressively towards that. I think we'll just cut a couple Furies. I don't think I'm interested in Relics. Maybe I am. Yeah, I'll bring in 2 Relics and take out a Chandra. Because they can hit that pretty easily. And a Regent. Actually, I'll just cut both Regents and bring in the 3rd Threaten. Actually, no. I'll leave in the Moon Veils and take out 2 Giants, yeah. And we don't need the 3rd Threaten, so I'll just leave the Chandra in. Wait. Take out the Furies and the Giants and bring in the Veils and the Relics. There we go. Let's go to game 2. Yeah, if you were to learn anything from that first match, you should know that Blood Moon still sometimes gets free wins in Modern. Sometimes you still just get 3 mana win the game against certain decks. They don't play around it. So I'll try to find a ramp effect as early as possible. Ideally, we'd want Utopia Sprawl so that it can't get heated. But if we... Okay. I'll... Double Sprawl. We don't have Blood Moon. Thrun. Yeah, I'll mulligan this. Okay. This hand's kind of sketch, but I'm going to go ahead and keep it. I'll chuck Pyro to the bottom. So between Pyro and Bone Crusher. Yeah, I'll chuck Bone Crusher. We already have a Bolt in our hand. Hopefully, if our 2 draws are land, Blood Moon, then we're set. But there are Thoughtseize decks, so the 2 mana dorks is pretty nice. Alright, what do you got, opponent? Mountain? Mountain? Monkey? Okay. So I'm just supposed to bolt this here. You're playing basic mountain in your shadow deck. That's interesting. Let's see what else they have. Alright, let's... So they played a Bloodstained Mire. They're if I'm gonna guess, they're gonna fetch a basic Swamp if they have it. They do not. They get a Water Grave, so they can play Iteration here. Dash a Monkey. Sure. Chandra, which they can't play. And pass. Veil, that would have been nice. Actually, that still could be nice. So let's play a Verdant into an Elf and pass. Unfortunately, I can't ambush Viper their Monkey with my Endurance, but it's fine. If they dash Monkey again, I'll probably just let it hit me. So next turn I can run up Pyro, I think. Ideally, they try to like Thoughtseize me this turn. I like drown my elf. If they drown my elf, that would be gold. Yeah, Veil of Summer is one of the best sideboard cards in Modern, in my opinion. So go to 14. They're playing real loose against a Blood Moon deck in terms of lands they're fetching. Croxa, okay. I'll just pitch a Pyromancer here. No. I'm debating for a second just cycling this Veil of Summer, but that's just not where I want to be. I can play Thrun. It'd be ideal if I had another land. Do I just want to play Endurance here? I really don't want them resolving a Croxa. So let's go Sprawl into this forest on a red. I have another turn before they resolve a Croxa. So I'll just play a Thrun here and say go. Yeah, I should have one more turn before they escape a Croxa because they're 2 cards short. And 1 fetch wouldn't get him there, so... Unless they have a Bauble, in which case, fair enough. I did not play around that. But I think playing the Thrun there was fine. If they cast a Bauble... If they cast a bauble, I'm going to be this close to evoking Endurance, even though I really don't want to, but I really don't want that Croxa on the board. I wonder if that's getting... we'll talk about this if they cast a bauble. We'll see. What are you doing? Go into combat. Swing in with Monkey. They probably just have a second one. Block with Threat. Oh no. Oh, I fucked up. I fucked up. They can escape their Croxa now. Honestly... Yeah, I fucked up. That's my bad. I was literally just talking about that, and then I just gave the card to them. That was a punt of the century. So I'll probably just discard Veil, and then have this Endurance ambush Viper them. I could also Shadow, sure. Okay. So I'll just stomp the Shadow real quick. And then pass. And then exile. And then flash an Endurance in response to the trigger. And then... We don't have regeneration after Thrawn. That's fine. So... Flush in Endurance. I'm gonna bottom mile. On one hand, I have a Pyromancer. On the other, I kind of want to play around Drown. But they would have countered my... I don't know what to do here. What would you do in the comment? Let me know in the comments what you would do here. On one hand, they can just, they can just... I'll do it myself. Alright, so now the drowns are turned off. I'll take 3 off the Croxa, and then you can choose what you want to kill. I'd imagine they're killing Thrawn. I think this was fine. Yeah, they kill Thrawn. If they have a bolt, that's fair. I would have liked to put a regeneration seal in Thrawn 2, but I couldn't do that with what I was given. And I would much rather stomp the Shadow. I could have waited for the stomp. And I probably should have waited for the stomp, but they could have, if they have a fetch line in hand, they could have just pumped it. And I couldn't do anything about it. Dress down? Sure. Why? Why? I'm just confused on why they were just down there. Cantrip, put Luris into hand. Look at my top. Sack just down. Argo. So what did they see? They saw Veil. That's sad. Alright, so I'll get in with Endurance and then cast Bone Crusher. So they know about the Veil. Admittedly, I would like it better if they didn't, but you know. They get Luris. They're gonna be able to play Dress Down. I'll just untap this in response. So they can either Dress Down lock us, or just, yeah, or just play a Shadow. Monkey. Okay. They have 2 cards in hand. I'm just going to cycle this Veil now. I draw an Elf. That's a good draw. So play the red and 6. Kill the monkey? Yeah. No, I'm going to wait till post-combat to do that. So I'll just swing with a Bone Crusher. So that'll leave me open to... Not being able to kill a Luris is a pain. And then they're going to be able to continually get 13/13s by looping Dress Down a Luris? Yeah. Okay, so let's just block it with Monkey, sure. I'll just play an Arbor Elf. And then uptick the red and 6 and say go. So now they're going to loop Dress Down, which is annoying. Iteration. Exile Fatal Push. Do they run Fatal Push in their deck? Fetch Shock, Watery Grave. Push my Endurance, yeah. So I feel like this is going to end up going to game 3. Unless they misplay somehow. Both are going at me, right? Yeah. I'll just chump a Shadow. I'll go to 9, they go to 8. If they want to Dress Down EOT, that's fine with me. They bobble instead. Okay. So Bolt wins me the game. They look at my top. So Bolt wins me the game. Drown my Crusher. So Bolt no longer wins me the game. Alright. Let's go to game 3. Yeah, we're drawing Blood Moon. Yeah, okay. I still think that sideboard plan was fine. I just played that badly by not exiling the Endurance in response to that fetch. Or by blocking that Ragavan. I don't know which, honestly. Or by stomping at sorcery speed instead of waiting. I don't know. That one turn was bad for me. Alright, we're on the play. Let's hope for a good Blood Moon hand. Turn 2 Pyro, turn 3 Throne. We'll rock with it. I'll rock with it because of the turn 2 Pyro. So I'll just fetch a basic forest. Name red, say go. So turn 2 Pyro will be pretty good. I'll probably just pitch 2 lands. Blood Crypt. Don't Thoughtseize me. Okay, so rip that turn 2 Pyromancer plan. Blood Moon? Alright. Forest, Elf, Sago. So we get to slam through on next turn with the regeneration shield up. Yeah, so we have 6 mana next turn, so we can Thrun and hold the regeneration if they don't Thoughtseize me here. Yeah, okay. And as long as they don't like heat my elf or something. What do you got, opponent? Polluted Delta. They crack their Delta. Shock. So the best play for me, Darcy. Okay, that's good. No heat. Alright. That's unfortunate. So we don't have the regeneration shield up. I don't think it'll be too much of an issue in this case, but great. Alright. Let's get a stomping ground. And play Thrun. So you go. So next turn we can exile Pyromancer. It's pretty good. I don't know how good this is looking though. Iteration. If I get a Blood Moon off the top, this game is winnable, but it's going to be super sketchy otherwise. They exile the Blood Crypts, and they play it tapped and pass. Okay. Let's attack first. Run our Blood Moon now. We got there. Alright, say go. Maybe I should have cracked for a forest there to just get a second regeneration shield up, but it's fine. Yeah. GG's. I mean, yeah. That was their Jonathan of cards. That was kind of their own bad, because, like, you know I'm playing Blood Moon and you didn't fetch around it. Like, I don't know. Blood Moon's decently easy to beat, especially Index, where you have a bunch of fetches that you can afford to fetch around it. Anyways, I'll see you in the next game. Alright, found another match. Lose the die roll, unfortunate. They're not a Yorion deck. They're a Lurrus deck, okay. I'll keep a turn 2 Blood Moon against the Lurrus deck and hope it's good enough. Steam Vents Monkey. Okay. Do I want to Fury this monkey? I kind of think I do. Just to really put their nail in the coffin. I'll just exile the other Fury. Yeah, I just really want to put the nail in the coffin. Say go. That may have been a little loose, but I really just don't want them to get a single treasure. Darcy, perfect. Crack this fetch, please. No. Okay, well, they pass. Stomping God. Well, I'm not running out this Blood Moon. They will get a basic. Yep, they get a basic swamp. And we say go. Play a mountain. Swing for 1 and pass. Another Pyromancer. I think I'll just Pyro here. Just get a board going. It may be wrong to get rid of this Stomp, but that's a bolt. That's a Moonveil. That's pretty good. Okay, it was right. Never mind, it was right all along. What is this? K command? Yeah. Return a monkey and kill my Pyromancer, sure. I'm fine with that. If I draw a land, I can Moonveil plus Bolt and then draw. Actually, we'll see what we draw. Oh, yeah. If I draw a land, I can Moonveil, then Bolt, and the Bolt draws a card. Yeah, so this will really show off what Moonveil is capable of. They play a monkey. Darcy is now turned on. So our best draw is a land here. There's a land. So play the land. Play the Moonveil. They're reading the card. They've never seen it before. So we have no need to play the Bolt here. Oh, actually, guys, we have a Utopia Sprawl, so we actually get to discard our hand of all these cards. Ooh, and draw 2 cards. Yeah. Moonveil is definitely a good addition to this deck. Inquisition me. So I just bolt the Darcy now. Oh, wait. Oh, draw card feature. That spells colors. I guess I will. They just scoop it up. Alright. So, same thing. We just bring in 2 Veils, 2 Relics, and take out 2 Bone Crushers and 2 Furies. That's what we did last game, right? Yeah. Did we bring in the last thread? I think we did. I'll bring in the 3rd thread for the 3rd Bone Crusher this game. And we'll see you in game 2. Alright. They're going first. Good news, we're getting a bunch of practice against Grixis Shadow this league. I'll keep this. I'm just gonna hope they don't discard me on turn 1. Oh, they go to 5. Okay. Yeah. Being on the draw really sucks here. But I'll just hope they have a turn 1, okay, they have a bobble. Ideally, they have a turn 1, threats. Ideally, a Darcy. But if it's a monkey, that's fine too. They fetch shock a watery grave with no plays? Okay. Let's play a Vista and say go. This will be getting a basic forest whenever I play it, so. Polluted Delta. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I'm guessing they saw that on top. Hello, 1-mana Cryptic Command. They scoop it up. All right, we're 3-0 with this deck. Yeah, deck feels strong. The one turn that we drew Moonveil was a pretty good. Moonveil had a pretty good showing, so we'll see you back in match 4. Lost the die roll again for match 4. They're not a Yorion deck. Are they a Lurrus deck? Let's see. They are a Lurrus deck, naturally. Sure. I'll just hope they don't hit us with a discard spell. Mill? Interesting. I mean, we're bolting this crab here, so. Sego. Good news, we have 3 endurance. Ah! Fucking archive trap. Good news, we have 2 endurance main deck. And 1 more sideboard. Sheldock Isle. Seasoned Pyro in the yard. How good is Blood Moon against Mill? Probably not the best, right? Alright. So we'll red in 6, and we have the world to get back in terms of fetches. I'll just get back Foothills, I guess, and to go. Is it even worth Blood Mooning next turn? Probably, right? Good news, Tasha's also isn't the best against us. Field of Ruin, that's annoying. Ancestral Recall. By exactly 20 cards. Yeah, I'll Blood Moon them next turn. Although Blood Moon cannot stop them from playing lands, it can stop them from getting 2 triggers off of the crab with a fetch. So there's that. And then I can Chandra down tick and kill the crab. Fury. Alright. So I'll just play Forest, Blood Moon ya. They cannot feel the ruin, that's the good news. What is this? Cycle Fractured Sanity in response. We get our Blood Moon, and then I guess I'll just get back a Forest. 26 cards in a deck. I'm going to try as hard as I can not to search if I can help it. So I don't get archive trapped. The Ancestral Recall again. They found a basic swamp. That's annoying. So we get milled for more. And then they pass. Bolt. So now I can just Chandra, uptick, make mana, bolt your crab. Uptick, make mana, bolt the crab. And say go. They also can't use their Field of Ruins, which are good. Still have 22 cards in our deck. How many endurance left? 1. There's only 1 endurance. Okay, they're 50 life. There's only they only exiled 1 endurance, so we still have 2 more in our main deck. Crypt Incursion is super annoying. They find a crab and a land. They pass. Sprawl. So I'll just sprawl this forest on red and then play Fury and kill the crab. Actually, this also wins the game, right? Yeah. So I'll just uptick for the top card, see what it is. Bone Crusher? Sure. I'll stomp their... Yeah, I'll stomp their crab, and then I'll just run out the Bone Crusher itself. Then I'll uptick, get back a Vista, say, oh, push my, sure, and say go. So good news here, both of our walkers win the game because we have a bolt in our graveyard. God, stop. Okay, I don't think we have much time left for this. Because they're at 48, they put Lurrus into hand. Okay. So as I was saying, we have a bolt in our graveyard, and so red and sixes. What is this ult at 7? So I think I'm just gonna start holding it, right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. 7. So I'll just uptick for mana, so I can play the elf. No, I don't want to draw cards. That was a mistake, whatever. I'll just cast Fury, killing the crab, and passing. So I get to ult both of these walkers next turn. Glimpse? So I go down to 3 cards in deck. I still have 1 endurance left, right? Oh no, all my endurances are gone. Damn. What's this emblem? Have you cast a spell like 5 anything? Yeah. So I'll just ult. Do I have one more turn? So I can do 1, 2, 3 bolts. Each bolt is... So I'll just start by attacking. For 6. I can't get all... So I can't kill them here, right? Because each bolt is worth 8 damage. Yeah, so I can only do 3 bolts. So I'll just uptick so I can have my red and 6 stick around. And hope that I don't die, I guess. Because I couldn't have killed them here if I wanted to ult the red and 6. Oh, I'm not dead. That's actually a great draw. So now I ult the red and 6. It's just bolt, right? Yeah, so... So the first bolt, I hit the crab and 5 them. I bolt. Oh god, I don't have enough red, do I? That's so annoying. Yeah, I think they live here. Just because I don't have enough red. Okay, well, if they brick on a draw, they die. So cross your fingers, everybody. Do they just have a... Oh my god. Alright, they found the second island for the archive trap. Let's go to game 2. So we get to bring in Endurance. We get to bring in Veil, because that stops their archive traps. I don't necessarily want Pithing Needle, right? Do I take out the Moon Veils? No, the Furies are bad, right? Yeah. I'll take out 3 Furies. Alright, let's go to game 2. Alright. Yeah, if we had just one Endurance that game, we could have probably won. We have Endurance, but we don't have a green card to pitch to it. We don't have any ramp, and we don't have enough lands. I shut the mull here. I mean, this hand's bad, but I'm not mulling it. Yeah. Yeah, this hand's not very good, but I'm not gonna go to 5. I'll just Foothills now and hope they don't have an archive trap in their opener. Nice, they have 6th. Maybe that means they don't have a trap. Maybe that means I'm just the god of the game. Who knows? Incoming crab. Yeah. So they fetch into a crab. That's interesting. They F6'd again. So they just don't have an archive trap in hand. No fetch. Okay, so this is looking decent for us. The Millet Elf and 2 lands. They're probably holding up Drown right now. Not too bad, not too bad. So I'll just shock a Stomping Ground because life total doesn't matter. And then play a Pyro. Probably just pitching the I'm pitching the land and probably just the Fury, honestly. Oh no, I'll pitch the land and the Crusher. Draw another Pyro and Chandra. Okay. Psycho. Cycle Fractured Identity. Still no Endurances in the yard. I play Field of Ruin. They can blow up my Utopia Sprawl. That's annoying. Millie Blood Moon Stomping Ground and Renin 6. Are you gonna let me have another turn with my Sprawl? They are. That's interesting. So I'll probably just take this turn to get Fury out. I'll just fetch because they can force me to fetch anyways if they have an archive trap. They'll probably field in response to the trigger here so they can get their extra mill. Right. For some reason I forgot field was non-basic. Okay, I'll mill 3 more. Still no endurances in the yard. And still no archive traps from them. I could change this turn, let's see. There is the first one. There's a second one? 2 endurances into the yard. So there's 2 endurances left in our deck of 6 cards. Okay. That plays. I think I'm just dead to that double archive drop. Let's see. So if we draw an endurance, obviously that's the best case. They mill me. Okay. Both of our endurances are in the graveyard. We've lost. Alright. GG's. They just had it all. Let's go to match 5. We're currently 3-2. So we've gone, I guess, infinite. Or we've made our entry fee back to this league, and let's see what we can do for game 5. Or for match 5. Alright, we won the die roll, finally. They have a companion. I'm probably a Luris. Yeah, it's another Luris deck. So we've played 4. We played 5 matches this game and 4 Luris decks. So if anything is said about companion homogenization, it's that. Tobias probably red, say go. Let's see what kind of Luris deck they are. What is this? Plains? Ah. Gotcha. Good news, the bolt should be good here. There's another foothills. Do I put all my eggs in one basket? Is there a reason not to? I don't think so. So I'll just get a stomping ground and chuck it on red and say go. Yeah, I don't think they run any ways to blow up lands in main deck. Inkmoth Nexus. Stoneforge. For a hammer. And pass. Heath. So I'll just play Heath and then the Regent here. Holding up Bolt. Say go. So let's see if they go for the kill here with the Nexus plus Hammer. They currently don't have the mana to do a second, so they would just gamble on us having a Bolt or not. Luckily for them, we have 2 and Flyer. Saga. Springless Drum, so they're not going for the kill? Oh, wait, no, they can still go for the kill here. Sanctifier and Vec main deck? That's interesting. Sure. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't care about it. But that's interesting. I'll play Chandra. I'll keep my hand of 3 cards. Thank you very much. I'll uptick. I will not cast the Pyromancer. I'll just swing for 4 with the Regent here. I mean, I guess I'm just telegraphing the Bolt at this point, but like, whatever. Mainboard Sanctifier in deck is an odd one. I mean, I'm guess. Fuck, I'm stupid. It means I'm taking 10 here. Looks like they're booting up Nexus. Yeah. just those two at me. Sure. Hammer. The trigger is on the sanctifier. I cannot do anything about that. Another one. On the sanctifier? Okay. I mean, sure. We lost to a main deck sanctifier invec out of Hammer Time, which I've literally never seen ever. So, fair enough. I'd imagine Seasoned Pyromancer's medium here. And I'll trim a bone. No, I'll keep a Bone Crusher, and I'll trim a Blood Moon. Go into 3 Blood Moons. Like, I don't know. We just lost to double hammer into main board. Whatever. I mean, that's a cool little meta thing, I guess. But, like, whatever. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little salty of that. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm a bit salty. No, we get to go first this game. I'm going to keep this. This may be off, but I'll keep it. Say go. I'll just bolt anything they play on turn 1 here. Courtyard Drum. Ornithopter. Sentinel. Aid. I mean, if we lose... I mean, if we didn't mold the sideboard cards and we just lose to another guy, that's fair enough. Alright. Windswept. Do I stomp this Ornithopter? No, I don't know. You know what? Fair enough. Let's find a tapped stomping ground, and then this one will get a forest. That one should have gotten a forest too. I'll just shock in a stomping ground and pass, seeing if they get greedy and I'm able to ambush Viper the Sanctifier. Like, if I could draw a Force of Vigor right now, that'd be great. I mean, I'm pretty sure they have the hammer here. But I'm not gonna not try to ambush Viper this, because, like, if they're doing it, they get to do it anyway. So I'm just gonna hope they just don't have the hammer and I get to eat the Sanctifier. Yeah, they have the hammer. Of course they do. Yeah, maybe I am slightly salty. So I just have to hope to draw a sideboard card here. That is not a sideboard card. So I guess I go red and 6. Uptick. Play a land. Play a chump blocker. And pass. plains. They had to combat. Swing at us for 12. I'm not gonna not block. Another one? Alright. Sideboard card. That's a sideboard card. So I'll uptick for the land. Play it. I don't play Blood Moon here, right? No. I mean, I'd imagine both of these are getting basic forests anyway, so. Yeah, they have double plains. There's not even a point in playing Blood Moon. If they thought sees me, like, so what, right? No blocks before damage. Let's blow up this thing. Yeah, like, there's no shot I'm putting a Kozil extra turn in my deck. Oh, it gets exiled because of Sanctifier. I mean, we're alive, but that's annoying. What else you got? Put Luris to hand. Okay, so here we'll get a forest. Okay, I'm sure you've been yelling at me in the comments, but for some reason I forgot this interaction existed. Wait, does this work how I want it to? So, no, because I can't target it, right? I just want to see if this works. So I stomp face. So no damage can't. Yeah, I still can't target it. Okay, never mind then. Play a chump blocker. Play a land. I'll find another forest and then play Blood Moon. Never mind, I have to get another forest here, I guess. I'll play Blood Moon even though it's kind of useless, but whatever. Yeah, because I would have had, yeah. So there was no point where I could have stomped there. And damage could have been prevented because I couldn't target it anyways. I could have played a... No, yeah, there was no way where I could have blocked or anything like that. This Blood Moon's pretty useless here. Okay, let's get to auto-equip a hammer now, too. Oh, so I'm dead. Alright, GG's. I got a 3-2. Oop. Maybe I am a bit salty at losing to... let's see what I get first. Might of Oaks. Phenomenal. Maybe I'm a bit salty to losing to main deck Sanctifier, but I don't know. We got a 3-2. I can't really complain. Deck felt sweet. I liked Moonveil Regent. The one time I did draw it, it was pretty good. Yeah, I definitely like this deck. I'll probably be playing it, messing around with it a bit more soon. One of the nice things about these green-red mid-range decks is that if there are any cards in new sets, just that fit this archetype, just like our green-red beaters or something along those lines, specifically mythic bombs, right? Then it'd probably slot into this deck if it's competitive enough for the modern format. Wasn't there one from Innistrad Midnight? No. The one that was just revealed from Kamigawa, right? Like you can exile top 2 cards of your deck, or make like 3 treasures when it dies. So, anyways, thank you so much for watching. Once again, main channel in the description. Subscribe to this channel if you're interested in more of this content. And as always, I hope you have a great day.